Howdy, class, and welcome to Industrial Organizational Psychology. I'm your professor, Stephen Borowski, and I'll be here in the virtual. Yes, this class is all online. What does that mean for you? Well, that means we're not going to be meeting face-to-face, unless you really need to, which we could work out, right? What this means is that on the Moodle shell, there's all your work nicely laid out. And I'll kind of go through and walk through that with you. And there's some options to meet virtually as well. So let's get started. First things first, take a look at my sweet Atari hoodie. My wife got it for me for Christmas. Awesome. Keeping me warm as I hide in the basement making this video for you because there's kids up above. Right? So if you hear screaming, I'm not killing anybody, so don't worry. Okay, so you need Introduction to Industrial Psychology by Ronald Rigo, 7th edition. So you'll need that. You'll definitely need it because there's quizzes, right? So each week we're going to have a different chapter on a different topic, right? And there'll be a quiz due on Sunday. Now, the thing about the quizzes are they're 10 questions and they're time limited, right? So you get 20 minutes to complete the quiz. So you should go in there with some knowledge, read over the chapters. I also include every week a couple videos or additional links you can, think about and use to help conceptualize what you're trying to learn. So you start the quiz and you mess up, or you don't get a good grade. What then, right? Fear not, my fellow students, right? You can take the quiz as many times as you want before the due date. So if you want to just go in and test yourself and take the quiz, you're like, I think I remember learning all about this, right? Or my father or mother is a businessman and a leader. I remember them talking about this things I was going to read in this chapter. You can go ahead and take the quiz. You don't do well? Don't worry. There's a 30-minute break in between because I had some very ingenuitive students who just kept clicking on quizzes as fast as possible until they got a C and then stop. So they ruined it for everyone. So you got to wait 30 minutes to try again. But try 10 times. Try 20 times. Hopefully by the 20th you're okay. Because my concern is you learning the material and not necessarily like grades are the top tier. I gotta make sure you know everything, but grades aren't that important to me, at least. I know they're important to some students, and that's fine. I think learning is more important. As I tell everybody, I'll teach for free. You gotta pay me to grade. I hate grading. So the quizzes are self-graded. You get feedback right away. Professor, family emergency, COVID. I forgot. What do I do now? I missed the quiz. Fear not. I have a solution to that too. But you might not like it. So each week there will be an additional makeup quiz available to the very end of the semester. The makeup quiz, however, made up of essay questions. Yeah, you got an hour. You got to complete 4 essay questions, detail, references. So I would go with the multiple choice. Now, can you wait to the very end of the class and try to do all the essay questions in 2 days? Yeah. Do I advise that? No. I've had students do that, and none of them passed the course. Now, granted, you may be Neo in the Matrix, and you're the one. Yeah, I'm old. I make Matrix references. You got me, right? You may be able to do that. But, yeah, there's been 0 success on that bad boy. So, don't do it. Okay. Now, in addition to the quiz, each week you'll have another assignment. There's a good amount of discussions, right? So for the discussions, you need to do an initial post, at least a reference, and then reply to 2 fellow students. The initial post is due Wednesday by midnight, and the additional posts are due by Saturday at midnight. Let me double check. I think I put Saturday. It could have been Sunday. Yeah, I'm making this video on the fly, so bear with. No. I clicked the quiz. I gotta look at the discussion. I'll have to edit this out, I guess. It's just taking a while. Yeah, Saturday. Should just went with my gut. So Saturday, you need to reply to at least 2 students. Engage them. Don't just ramble on as if you're talking past them. So think about what they said, integrate those ideas. So 1 initial post Wednesday, 2 replies by Saturday for the discussions. Now there are other assignments here and there, and I want to talk about some of them. Towards the end, when you get close to week 7, you're going to start to get other different assignments, like interview setup. You're like, what is this? Basically, it's going to be a couple times in the last half of the course. You're going to be working on interviewing a person that manages other people, right? This could be a former manager, someone you work with now, family friend, a family member, but they need to be a manager, right? You got to interview them, ask them some questions, and find out about a project, issue, or task you can help with. Now, you don't have to actually help with it unless you want to. That's up to you if you want to apply what you learn. But you need to interview them. There's a discussion post asking you to, post about who you want to interview and all that kind of good stuff. Then you'll be doing a statement of work. Basically, if you're a contractor or something like that, or a consultant, you'd say, here's what I'm doing, here's the timeline, here's the resources, here's what it'll cost. You need to write that out. Then you need to write a letter to the CEO one of the weeks, or the manager saying, hey, you got to implement it, here's why, here's all this information from IO literature saying, boom, you got to do this or else, right? And last but not least is a presentation. That's pretty flexible, right? You can go and just do some slides. That's fine. With notes. Don't forget to put stuff in the notes section. Or you could actually do a presentation. That's fine as well. So I'm flexible on that one. Videotape yourself. That's fine. Okay. So here's the thing. Get in there. Start reading that textbook. Do them quizzes. Post on discussions here and there. And you're fine. That's what it's all about, right? It's self-learning. Now, there is an additional option. I have a weekly office hour meeting, venting, question asking, pop in to say hi, Google meeting, right? So in the announcement section, in the communication section of our course is a link. Click on it on Thursday at 12:30, and I'll be there. I might be startled. Right? If you show up at like 1:15 and you're like, hey, professor, I'm like, what? Huh? It's not here. But I'll have it open. I'll be ready to chat. I can answer questions about quizzes, assignments, grades, something you don't understand in the material. You're like, oh, do you have some more resources on this bad boy? Because I'm just not getting it. So, feel free to pop in. I'll be there. You don't have to pop in. It's an optional that you can do. Okay, so it's going to be online. I'll be posting videos here and there saying, hey, don't forget about this, particularly when we start to get closer to the actual assignment interviews and stuff. I'll kind of give you more details. It's all written out right on the Moodle shell too, if you need help. I'm here and I'm happy to help. So, welcome to industrial psychology, right? This is where the business world and psychology, boom, come together for some sweet synergy, right? It's a business term, I'm sure, right? Synergy. And you're going to be learning how we actually apply psychological theories, concepts to actual business practices. Because if you think about it, businesses aren't just businesses, they're people too. So said Mitt Romney. But there's people that work in them as well. So on that note, I look forward to hopefully seeing you maybe on a Thursday here and there. Send me an email if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. And hey, let's get learning, guys.